First, log into the software using your login and password. Once logged in, choose your language, here in English. On the first tab, you will find all the information related to the exploitation of the EMS. Next, the Configuration tab, on which we are focusing now. Step 1. Sampling references. These are by default the frequency in which you store data into the SQL base from Stream. They store the metering points for all network or electrical values. Examples: metrology, energy, harmonics, etc. Add or modify your own sampling references by clicking on Add New Sampling References, here called Test. For every measured value, you can set your own storage frequency. For example, here we set the voltage to every 5 minutes, the currents to every 20 minutes, and energy to every 30 minutes. Doing this, you customize the sampling references of Stream and then easily save the new sampling references appearing here. Here you know how frequently you can locally store all your measured data coming from the measuring devices. For each building, you need to add your sources of energy. Example, grid provider or solar panel. Do this here by adding a new energy source, main grid provider. This chooses the energy source you want to monitor as your main grid. Example, solar, genset, wind or biomass. Add the tariff for each energy source to have the kilowatt hours information. Choose currency. The carbon footprint of the installation or building is set here. Values will depend on the primary energy source, nuclear power or gas, for example. For instance, a nuclear plant is around 40 grams of CO2 per kilowatt hour. Lastly, enter the max power level for your installation. Example, 400 kilowatt hours depending on the size of the installation. Doing this, you add new energy sources shown here, plus the main information just added. You have created the energy source to link to your building. An important thing to know are the tariffs related to your grid provider. Tariff 1 is by default but modifiable. Here, Tariff 1 at 50 cents per kilowatt hour. Save it. If you want, add a second tariff at 80 cents per kilowatt hour. Save it. Now created two by default tariffs per energy source from my main grid. It is also important to apply these two tariffs to the periods they apply. Examples: Tariff 1 period of application January to December. Insert Tariff 1, start at midnight until 12 and click Confirm. Tariff 2, example, start at midday until midnight, confirming that you have two different tariffs by day covering the full calendar year. In this case, change the information to add for my main grid for this installation. What is Tariff 1 and Tariff 2 and their periods of application. You can also add exceptions. If your grid provider increases your tariff during a specific season like winter for a period of 5 or 6 days, for example, tariff management is easy with a simple calendar. The ones you want to set, different periods you want to cover, and more exceptions from the grid provider can be added. At each step, information is customizable during the configuration phase.